No. Ooh, there's a tree. Magnificent tree.
Oh,
This tree is big and majestic and all, but there's something unsettling about it.
That's true.
I think it's because of how twisted and distorted it is. Alright, so we're supposed to be going to the club. Yeah, if you're underage, close your eyes. No drinking allowed. As Famous brought up, I need to remute. I'm pretty sure I had something Skip Bayless slipped on my timeline, so I need to check my muted stuff. Famous was joking in Discord.
Halara, I've been thinking. The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
It's a good point.
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
Hmm?
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for?
You to cut down on your price?
Now, let's be swift.
Remember, we're paying her like $5.5 million to help
Right.
us.
I don't really get it, but talk about confidence. Where's the secret club?
Yeah, where is the secret club?
It's supposed to be a secret, so maybe it's in a spot that doesn't stand out?
Is it an underground club? Is it an upstairs club? Also, kudos to the Saints for winning. Just throwing that out there, even though Titans are my second favorite team. I watched a chunk of that game too. I was watching that on my laptop. Hold on, where are we going? So it's here, I just don't know where. The question is it upstairs or is it downstairs? Also, you guys didn't know Duvid was here. I think me and Duvid were in chat before Famous came in with his trumpets. My arch nemesis lost to me in fantasy football. You know I was talking mad shit. He's so salty right now. Hey, jeez, man, all you do is lose to me. You lose to me in everything. Kinda funny. Am I going the right way? Hi? You? Customer? Oh yeah, that's the creepy dude that's probably trying to sell me drugs or something. I don't know where to go. It's not that way. Oh, Duvid was there. I think when doing the football draft, Duvid was the first one there. So I was telling him that my arch nemesis is like he was talking a lot of trash in the group chat. So him taking that L hurt.
The sweet scent of electric mystery!
Because to be honest, not even trying to be funny, dude loses to me in everything. Everything. So he was like salt of the earth salt. Okay, where is this place? I beat him in everything to the point that I remember when I was in school at San Diego State when we would play games and we compete in games like 2K and other stuff, and it made me laugh because there was a time that he bought a game and tried to practice it without me around, thinking it would help him win, and then he still lost.
Hey!
Zip it. Hmm? I'm in the middle of a stakeout, sorry, but you'll have to talk to me later.
I'm sorry.
Right. It's like he's in his own little world. Little world? Alright, we need to look again. Something's not right. Head to the secret club in the Kamasaki district. So I'm in the right place. But I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where to go. I truly don't know where to go. We're gonna run out of our 3 hours of time and fail. Yeah, his entrance, Famous's interest in the chat was pretty hilarious. Even I have to say that. Then just after all that plays, your king has arrived. Like this guy. Am I supposed to be going here? Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. I'm just not paying attention.
This appears to be the crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
No doubt they've shirked their obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
Okay, these are lazy cops. You couldn't just, like, climb through, duck through.
It's open. Let's go inside.
We have to finish chapter 1 tonight. I had questions. Like, immediately when I cut stream, I was mad. I legit came back in here and turned everything back on after I cut stream. But then I'm like, nah, I need to go to bed. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. Hello, Ambient. You saved me. Jimmy saved me for this week. Thank God.
The peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched. The body was probably found around here. The victim's name is Sugima Iho,
Sugima.
an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
The cheating.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
Yeah, good question.
I told you, I gathered my own intel while waiting at the cafe.
She was quick.
The real interesting note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out. At the time of discovery, the door was locked from the inside.
There aren't any windows either, which is expected given that it's underground. There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
Without
No
help.
windows. The only way in and out is the door that was locked from the inside. It's a locked room mystery. Locked room mystery.
Way too
But
excited about
there's
this.
not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
We can assume it had nails in
I
it.
told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your Forte.
My forte is post-cognition, the power to see the past.
Oh.
However, it can only be used at murder scenes. To be precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered.
It's an interesting power.
Another way to describe it would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
That's amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered. The memory or perception of the witness does not affect my postcognition. What I see is what actually was there. When it comes to my power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger. Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found. Well, there's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I was gonna wait and say,
Oh,
you know,
sure is convenient.
just show.
Explains all the confidence.
Well, that's not like. I've already had the conversation with a Bronco fan already. You win and lose as a team. So yes, the kicker could have made the extra point. But if he makes the extra point, we don't know how the rest of the game plays out. Play calling is different. Things happen differently. Neither team played its A game. I feel like I'm going to be saying this a lot. Neither team played its A game. The Raiders found a way to win today. That's it. It's as simple as that. They made enough plays. Both teams had things that they didn't want to have happen. A missed extra point. I'm not going to be mad at a kicker for missing a 50-plus yard field goal because that's people act like that's a give me. It's not, even with the altitude. Didn't the Raiders get called for running into the punter and keeping a Broncos drive alive? But what most fans usually look at what goes wrong for their team. It only affects, like the bad only affects them. It never affects their opponent. Two teams are on the field.
Let's rock these nuts. Got him!
It's similar
Got
to
it.
Mr. Rabbit,
Let's rock.
where I recreate the crime scene in your mind.
You guys are terrible. But thank you.
But now it's done in the real world.
This is an interesting one.
Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But that's not a bad thing. That's what you would
But
want.
still, it's amazing.
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair? Now I'm angry. Master,
Greg
can I
Jennings.
nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
Nibble on my heart.
Of course not.
I thought she was going to show us the scene. Like, I wanted to see the scene. Also, like Danganronpa, the blood is pink.
What?
I'm investigating. Don't interfere. You're just standing there. Look around the scene in the real world until I'm done using my post-cognition.
Post-cognition. I wonder what it's like. All I can do is wait for the report.
Well, do I have some good news for you?
Hmm?
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express?
Despair for all the people that died.
When the other master detectives used their powers?
Yeah, felt them using it.
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Poochie hears.
Poochie.
Right. I can sense whenever a master detective uses their power.
Yes, that's it! Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power.
Oh.
On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Oh.
Wait. Then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara?
Hmm.
That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
Or is it your ability?
Huh? Something like that. But there are conditions for it to activate.
Like?
You must kiss someone to share their ability.
What? Kiss Halara?
Ha! I lied. Oh, did you blush? Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara is a boy or a girl.
Famous.
Oh, quit messing around and tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active. That's it.
Hmm.
Okay, I can do that.
Alright, let's see if this does work.
Halara. Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
And everything's explained. You don't have to sit through it. Cool.
Coalescence. Hold hands. You and me.
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too. I think.
Don't say I think, 'cause then it makes it
My
awkward.
sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh.
Oh, it's not like that.
I despise you.
Oh.
Huh?
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
I didn't know you hated me so much.
What the hell?
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular. I despise all of humanity equally.
Okay.
I don't trust anyone, except the dead.
Hmm.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Should've got
Then
me.
why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive. As long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
So what if I promise and lie?
Then please, hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation. You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but to agree.
Let's hate equally. As long as you hate equally, we're good. Hold my hand. It works. Not that I doubt a Shinigami, but oh, this is awesome.
I can see it. Everything looks different than a moment ago. Incredible. So this is post-cognition.
Oh, the doll's on the table?
Can you really see it? So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own Forte.
This is pretty dope.
Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined. Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Me?
If you can see what I see, that would be for the best. I'm only acting as your assistant, after all. This is quite the bizarre crime scene.
Yeah.
But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO. Now, let's see what you're capable of.
Investigation time. Let's go. So we have 3 of these.
That's...
Probably hasn't been used since the incident as it's covered in dust. There don't appear to be any clues on top of the roulette table. There's nothing underneath either. We should check someplace else. Well, clearly we need to check under stuff, if you remember from chapter 0. That was quite jarring. Examine around the counter. Glass on the counter. There's a glass on the counter. It has a thin layer of dust, so it could have been there since the incident. The key was in the glass at the time the body was discovered. If you want to investigate, we should use post-cognition. Okay. The door. Counter set.
That's...
The chairs are lined up neatly. Did someone rearrange the chairs after the incident?
Well,
Either the peacekeepers did so or the staff here did. Either way, it's not something to worry about. True. I'll check someplace else. Yeah, because if it moved, it wouldn't matter because we'd be able to see. Pretty sturdy door.
What does that mean?
When the body was discovered, the door was locked from the inside. There's no other way into or out of the room. In other words, it's a locked room mystery. Things are heating up. Way too excited about this locked room mystery stuff. One of the jackpots doesn't work, so maybe someone hit the jackpot. Ugh, there's a vent. Look at that.
That's...
There's a vent here. The 4 corners of the cover are screwed down, so I don't think it will open. I doubt the cover can be opened when it's like this.
but
It's too early to conclude there's no useful information. Compare it with what was seen in post-cognition. Right, I'll give it a try. Oh. Oh.
a body. I see a body. The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent. There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down.
There's a
nails in
thing
similar
around the
fashion.
neck again.
This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real. There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene. And it's so quiet.
It's so quiet, duh. So I want to look at the dolls on the wall. Is there another one with the thread?
I knew it.
Sure enough, the secret club had
Yeah.
dolls nailed to the wall. That must be the Nailman's calling card. They're nailed into the wall seemingly at random, facing all directions. I can't find a pattern. There's nothing that can be connected to the culprit. Let's try checking someplace else. We're gonna look at the neck.
It's a man's corpse. He's probably around 60 years old. His body is pinned against the wall with countless nails. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he died.
You're starting to get the hang of this. Not too shabby.
The hang of this.
Oh, there are marks on him, signs that he was strangled. The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
The most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
It's thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower. Such an awesome mentor.
This situation is identical to the murder at the clock tower.
The culprit first strangled the victim to death, and then decorated the room afterward.
But why?
To hide something? You need to look at that vent again.
Hey, this vent. The cover is in place, but it hasn't been screwed on. Which means it could be easily removed, right?
What are you doing? You can't touch what you see in post-cognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Oh, I see. But I think this will be an important clue. The vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters. A thin adult can probably pass through.
So that rules out Big Boy. That leaves us with the other three.
By the way, Yuma, did you notice the nail below the vent?
No, because I couldn't.
Below the vent?
They're bent.
Huh, some of the nails are bent downward. Maybe they were hammered in a hurry.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
Something was weighing them down,
Another reason?
like someone was climbing up and it was pulled, like the weight pulled it down. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, hold my hand. Alright. Was this moved during the incident? As far as I can tell, it doesn't seem related to the case. Yeah, let's check another place. But the doll. There's a doll nailed to the roulette table, too.
I see.
There's also a doll nailed here, right in the middle of the roulette wheel. The doll itself seems to be the same as the others. There doesn't seem to be anything noteworthy. That is, in and of itself, sufficient knowledge. Let's check someplace else. We're about to get a level up.
What a rich fragrance! How about a taste, Master?
The key.
Oh, there's a key in the glass. Is it the key to the room?
I would assume so.
Seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was extremely tight. There's only one master key.
Okay.
It's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
Huh?
If it was thrown in from outside the vent, it wouldn't be inside the glass.
So this is definitely another locked room mystery! Hooray! I'm so glad I met you!
I mean, you lock the room, you put the key in there, and you go out the vent. Okay. Knocked over.
That's...
The chair is knocked over. Could this be evidence of a struggle between the victim and culprit? I don't know about that. The culprit could have knocked it over on purpose to throw off the investigation. There's not much we can get from it other than the fact it's knocked over. Check elsewhere. Right. And I'm assuming we're just going to confirm the door is locked here.
The
And I
lock
leveled
is
up.
broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in, like at the clock tower. But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with. I think that's about it.
I think I checked what I can here. So let's level up. You need 2, 4, 3. Can't do anything for a while. Yeah. Finished.
That should do it. There isn't much else to investigate. I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my post-cognition. It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
Really?
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I suppose Fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locked room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Yuma district.
That makes sense though. That could
I have
help.
an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there.
That makes me think that she, that could be part of the reason why she hates humanity, because no one believes her. So, like, their lack of trust in her could have fostered her lack of trust in others. But that is true, though.
The building we're heading to is accessed through Yuma district. Let's hurry there.
I'm not even trying to figure out where to go. Just make this simple. While it's loading, let me reset the camera. Still love these crosswalks a ton. I actually like it more than the umbrellas, or drone. Alright, here we go. A mansion located in the high-class residential district on Montclair Street. Post-cognition here too. Wonder, it's 11:11. Make a wish. I wonder how long it's going to take to finish this chapter. Fire hydrant. Fancy neighborhood. Sure have a lot of amenities.
But
Is there any need for fire hydrants given the constant rain? Who knows when something might explode? Better to be safe. a terrible joke.
There's a large mansion beyond the gate over there. I wonder if that's the second crime scene.
That's probably it. Let's go inside.
It's closed, as expected.
Are you sure?
Wait!
All right.
It looks like a haunted mansion.
I hope there aren't any ghosts around. I have a feeling they'll appear this time.
I've been meaning to ask, but aren't you kind of a ghost yourself?
The incident occurred about 3 months ago. The victim was Ali Hohen, the owner of this mansion. He had no family and lived alone. The mansion is now empty and dilapidated. The crime scene is in the study near the back. Let's go.
Hopefully they don't make us walk through.
The Nailman killings had another common factor, besides the locked room. The first person to find the body was always the same person.
Mm-hmm.
That worshiper from church? Do you suspect him too?
Of course, how could you not?
What he said did make sense. He's been obsessed with the Nailman and had access to the names of potential victims. It's not too surprising for him to be the first on the scene each time.
I guess I shouldn't assume things going into this.
No, you can, I wouldn't call them
That's
assumptions, but
It's down this hallway. The crime scene is in the room on the right side. There's little time. Let's head straight there.
Ha! Think you're partners now just because you held hands with my master? I'll have you know, Master and I are connected on a much deeper level.
yeah, a leash kinky.
Don't make it sound so suggestive.
Feels like a jump scare's coming up.
Jerk.
So this is the study where the crime took place.
Oh, it's open. I wonder if the lock was broken at the time of discovery here too.
We'll be able to see.
There's nothing left here either.
Ooh, the
It's all
fish
cleaned
tank.
up.
I don't want to do it, but I suppose I can share my post-cognition again here.
Are you sure?
Don't make a big deal out of it. Just make it quick.
Alright, investigation number 2. We have 3. Check around the desk and fish tank. Fish tank.
That's true.
There are fish in the tank. Thank you. Doesn't seem like they've been cared for since the owner was killed. They're looking pretty bad. Inside the tank, some kind of secret passage?
Yeah.
Would be interesting. It doesn't appear to be related to the case. No, if it was a secret passage, that's a way of being able to get out the room.
The crime scene of the murder is vividly brought to life before us. It all happens in silence, as though awakening from an eternal slumber.
Ugh.
But the corpse will never wake up again.
Again, around the neck.
Even if the corpse did awaken, the nails pinning him down would prevent him from rising.
That's like crap. Ugh.
The door is the only entrance and exit to the room. There are no windows and the vent is small. I don't see any escape routes from the locked room. Maybe the doll nailed to the wall holds the answer to this bizarre mystery.
Oof. Alright. Back in fish tank. There's a huge tank here, but there aren't any fish inside. Living things can't be seen through post-cognition. It doesn't have that ability. Okay. Interesting. Projector. The projector is installed in the center of the bookcase. It wasn't on when the corpse was found. You'll never reach it, Master. I'll check it out for you. Well, did you find anything unusual? Nope. Everything is extremely usual and unrelated to the case. Okay, the lamp.
Oh!
The lamp's light is pointed at the table. It probably wasn't turned on at the time. I don't see anything suspicious. Doesn't seem like the lamp is related to the case. There's a switch for the projector on the desk. Looks like it was set to off when the corpse was found. What is this right here?
Yeah.
It's a lamp. The light's on right now. Make sure to use proper lighting in addition to these kinds of lighting, as eye strain may occur. Who are you talking to? Warfall. Oh, that's dope.
That's right.
There's a projector installed in the center of the bookcase. I'd like to take a look, but I can't reach it.
That's right.
Halara, could you please take a look around the projector?
Very well.
Sure, give me a moment. Projector's pretty dusty. It doesn't seem to have been used since. Or used since before. Whatever. Probably not got nothing to do with the case. I can't read. Okay. Check around the hall. Bookshelf. All these books are lined up so neatly. They're covered in dust. Nobody's touched them for a long time. Meaning they won't help us with the case. Alright. Post-cognition. Ugh.
Yeah.
Even in the past, several books lined the shelf. I checked, but it doesn't seem like anything's different between then and now.
I see.
In that case, probably not related to the case. Okay. A vent.
There is a vent, but it's too small for a person to fit through. And it's also screwed shut from the inside. It seems impossible to remove.
What's this now? Master, I discovered something. There are marks in the gap between the fence, like something scraped against it.
Really?
But given your height, you couldn't see it even if you stood on a chair.
Halara, can you use that chair to peek into the vent?
I will do so for 10,000 Xian.
You're charging me for it?
I jest.
Okay, thank you.
The marks in the vent seem to be left by strings rubbing against it.
So, using the vent, like using it as leverage to strangle someone, because that would mean that the rope marks rubbing against it is what would be caused by that. So then you could make an argument for the clock tower, because that would be how the thread was left behind, because the rope was yellow. That's how the thread was left behind on the nails from rubbing against it. Okay, okay.
Did someone hitch a string to it or something? It shouldn't even be visible from your perspective. I'm surprised you noticed.
Oh, it was just a hunch.
find you unuseful. They do way more than just float around. You should give me 10,000 Yen as a reward.
I'm getting a headache.
I just saw your thing, Goon, in Discord. Oh my god. Okay, the door.
This is...
The door to the study. We left it open just in case. It's always good to be wary of sudden attacks. Never let your guard down. Right. Got it.
I'll...
Because of the teaching of yours truly. You're welcome, Master. But we want to look at the door here.
The door here can only be locked with a key. However, there is only the master key. No spares exist. The scenario resembles the locked room mystery in the casino. We can disregard the possibility of a duplicate key. The master key was found in this room at the time of discovery.
This is also similar to the locked room mystery in the secret club.
But there is one difference. The key was found underneath the corpse.
Huh.
Under the corpse? But we can't move the corpse in the past, so we can't confirm if that's true.
Post-cognition isn't all-powerful, but it's a fact that the key was found under the corpse.
Okay.
I have a crime scene photo, taken back then, in my jacket pocket. No detail has slipped past my efforts.
Right. Huh? What's this?
Wait, not that one. I meant the other photo. This one's unrelated to the case.
A cat lover. Alright.
Oh, this is it. You're right. The key's near the middle of his back. But can this photo be trusted? Could it be something the peacekeepers fabricated?
The peacekeepers acknowledged the incident occurred in a locked room. Besides, there's no need for fabrication. After all, it would be more convenient for them to have fewer mysteries to deal with.
Fair.
That's true. Sorry for being doubtful.
No, that's expected of a detective. You're starting to figure out how to do your job.
Was that a compliment?
Is that really all it takes to please you?
Also, I drew a sketch of the room's state on the back of that photo. Remember it well.
Yeah, okay.
Solution
But
key.
why a sketch? How can it help solve the mystery?
I see
Also,
the circle.
what was with that cat photo anyway? That's surprisingly cute.
Notice the floor. Look at the bottom. There's a nail. Or I'm assuming that's one of the dolls. I'm assuming all of the things, the triangles are dolls, but that one is circled. Okay, corpse's original location. The nails.
That's true.
This is where the first witness found the body. The bloodstains are still here. Considering the amount of blood, the victim was probably killed here,
It
right?
appears.
Seems very likely. Hold my hand. Oof. Alright, the neck again.
The cause of death here appears to be strangulation as well.
Ugh.
And like the others, there are rope marks around the neck and traces of a struggle. Oh, but on a closer look, there's a mark left by a thin string on the back of his neck.
It couldn't have been the rope that was used to strangle him. The thickness is completely different.
There are two different types of string marks on the body. Was he strangled twice? But even then, it'd be odd to only have marks behind his neck. And why do the strings have different thicknesses?
Anyway, it's an important piece of evidence.
That one interests me. That's a little bit different. But looking at the dolls is just creepy.
The victim is a well-built man, approximately 30 years old.
Well built, huh?
The corpse here is also covered in nails. His appendages and chest are all nailed to the floor.
The owner of this mansion made his fortune in real estate from an early age.
Wow.
But along with aggressive land sharking and other illicit transactions, he made shady deals with Amaterasu Corp. There are several reasons he'd be hated. A doll with his name on it was bound to be nailed in the church forest.
I wonder how the person who cursed him feels, now that he's actually dead.
Perhaps they feel no responsibility.
They just hopped on their
the
revenge.
urban legend bandwagon.
That's fair.
Is that really the case? Wait, this is odd.
Did you find something?
Look closely. The length of the nails driven into the corpse are all slightly different.
The length isn't the problem here. It's how hard they were hammered in.
How hard, huh?
What do you mean?
The nails driven into the lower torso went through the body and into the floor.
Yeah, it's true, because you don't see all
But
these
the
on the
nails in
floor.
the upper torso did not penetrate all the way through the body.
But why would the culprit not hammer the nails in as hard on the upper body?
That's not the only unnatural thing. Take a look at the blood.
It's
The nail wounds on the lower torso appear to be bleeding sideways.
the ones on the upper are
But the
dripping
upper torso
down,
wounds
like he
are bleeding
was.
vertically
Yeah.
down toward his waist.
The blood flows differently between the upper and lower body?
So he was, well, I wouldn't say upright. He was hanging upright, assuming, when those could have been nailed in. So it is possible that he wasn't strangled to death. Maybe that's why you have the big thick rope after the fact, or the other rope because of that.
Maybe the upper and lower torsos are different people, and they were smushed together after death.
That's disturbing.
Should be it.
Halara's hands are smaller and softer than I thought. Considering Halara's strength, I thought they would be bulkier.
Master, is holding hands all it takes to get you hot and heavy? You're making me sad.
No. Though I am curious, is Halara a man or a woman?
What's wrong? Is something bothering you?
Not at all. I guess it'd be pretty rude to ask now.
I missed something here? There we go.
There's only one doll nailed to the wall. Comparatively, there was a nearly obnoxious number of dolls nailed to the walls in the other crime scenes.
Yep.
Maybe there was no room to nail them to the walls because of all the bookshelves in the way? Wait, this doll has both eyes gouged out. Did the culprit do this on purpose? This keeps getting more and more disturbing.
but it's kinda creepy cute. I want to put one next to the top of a staircase so people can run into it at night.
That would freak me out.
Why would you want to do that?
You know, this doll seems made of cheaper materials compared to the other ones.
Hmm?
Hey, you're right. Like it's made of resin instead of porcelain.
Hmm.
The texture looks cheap, but also more durable.
Too bad it doesn't have eyeballs.
The eye holes are connected to each other in the head cavity.
You could link, like, have the string run through it.
It's like that darkness is staring into me. Huh? There's a mark on the edge of the eye holes near the nose.
Like something was.
String rubbed against it.
Mm-hmm.
How did this mark get here?
Okay, can we back out of this? Because this looks really creepy. Like, I just need to get away from these eyes. Because for real, if Shinigami just, like, popped up, we'd be switching games. That should be it. Should be nothing else to look at.
Looks like there's nothing left to check.
Yeah. Because that string, like, that would be for a small string, so that explains the back of the neck.
Now we've gathered enough evidence. Though it appears complicated at first glance, the answer is simple.
Okay.
Huh? Halara, did you already solve the locked room mystery?
What? You haven't?
There's no way to solve it with what we have. How was the room locked?
It's unfit for one detective to ask another that question. For the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out. Unless you'd like to hire me to do it for you. It won't come cheap.
I'll figure it out myself.
It's really all about the money with Halara.
The longer I'm with Halara, the deeper into debt I'll get. It's starting to scare me.
Now, let us be swift. Next up is our last crime scene.
Wait!
Yeah, don't leave me behind.
The next one is the art gallery in Yuma district. We're running low on time, so we must hurry.
Right. The chief's in danger after all.
Eventually I'll get it right. There we go. Alright, so the art district, and then I think we go into the mystery labyrinth, I'm assuming, where the real fun begins. Whoever did this music is killing it with the piano.
Hey!
Probably not much fun. Yeah. Dinosaurs are big. You haven't seen Jurassic Park, have you?
So this is the art gallery. It's closed due to special circumstances.
A death.
The murder occurred only about a month ago. but I'm certain the crime scene has been cleaned up like the others.
I would hope so.
Not that it matters to me.
Wait! It's not a good idea to break into the art gallery!
What choice do we have?
Did you say something?
That's our Halara.
The crime scene is deep inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms. Come, I won't allow time to be wasted.
Wait, please!
Should have closed the door. The Premium Art Museum in Kanai Ward. The space in front of the art gallery is decorated with a giant dinosaur fossil replica. Oops, keep doing that. Locked door. Seems like this door is locked.
Well,
There are priceless works of art all over the place. Of course the door is going to be locked. There.
What is it?
Where do you think you're going? The crime scene is this way.
Sorry.
Right, sorry. I wanted to see if I could get some detective points.
Is this the storage room where the crime scene took place? It's locked.
We're going in.
We're like a couple of thugs or something.
Surprised nothing from Shinigami on that one. Interesting art.
Was the first on the scene the person from the church again?
As expected, it's the same worshipper. He said he was trailing the victim after finding a doll with the same name. He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises with the art gallery staff. When they opened this storage room, they discovered the victim's corpse. The door was locked at the time of discovery, and the key was found inside.
ooh, another locked room mystery. That's more total. But I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special? People have died.
Clearly Shinigami doesn't care.
Let's start investigating.
Yes.
Alright, our last investigation. Corpse's original location.
Oh!
And like this is where the body was at the time of the incident. There's no trace of it anymore though.
Beats me.
Looks like the area has been cleaned up, probably by the peacekeepers or the art gallery staff. I don't think investigating here will turn up any useful information. So, hold my hand.
Post-cognition reveals the crime scene in slightly faded colors. The room looked vaguely hazy in my eyes, even with the rows of vivid paintings within the art gallery. The smell of paint oil that permeated the room wasn't that of the past, but the present. If even the smells from the past could be recreated, the stench of the corpse would be much more overwhelming.
Fair.
The corpse of a young woman. She has nails all over her body, as expected.
The
The
victim's
hand.
name is Isamoe. She used her good looks to have relations with many men. The amount of suspects who could have written her name on the doll is nearly too high to count.
Ugh.
The victim has those same marks that suggest being strangled to death. Huh? But there aren't any scratches that would have been left from a struggle. And
You noticed as well.
yeah, there's a wound on the back of her head. It looks pretty deep. This may be the real cause of death.
Blunt force trauma, huh? LA Knight got her. Yeah. Alright, I'll stop, sorry. It's bad taste. Examine the
Check, check.
Hold on a second. When we looked here, there was like something.
I'll find out for you.
I'd assume in here, but there was like something on top of one of the pictures that looked pretty damn big. Like, I couldn't tell, like a helmet or something. Stacked boxes. The cardboard boxes are stacked up. Judging from the label, the boxes were brought in after the incident.
It appears.
It's like there's artwork inside. They must be storing the items no longer on exhibit. I don't think these are related to the investigation. Odd looking portrait. How aren't they all? Depending on what you consider. Cardboard boxes are stacked up. Judging from the labels, there are artworks inside.
Yeah.
There's a layer of dust on the boxes. It doesn't look like the culprit touched them, meaning they've got nothing to do with the case. It's a portrait painting with nails driven into it. The picture really conveys its time period. Maybe the person depicted as an important figure from years ago.
What?
There's nothing dignified about this guy. He just looks like a regular old geezer. There's a nail in the eye, though. Okay. There's a vent here again. A window. That's extremely small. There's no way anyone could fit through that. Right?
The only way in or out of here besides the door is this window.
The window juts out and is used as a vent. It doesn't appear big enough for someone to move through.
Currently, it opens outward slightly, but there are no other suspicious traces on it. It seems impossible to enter or exit through here.
Doll nailed to a painting.
A large painting lies on the floor, and a doll is nailed against the canvas. One nail goes through the head, another nail is in the chest. But the nail in the chest also passed through the circular hole on the key's handle. Did the culprit leave the storage room after nailing the doll and key to the painting? If that's the case, how did they lock the room? The key was nailed to the picture, so it couldn't have been used.
Well, that's what makes it a locked room mystery. I'm sure they figured out some trick.
And I need to find out what that trick is. This is...
It's a large scenic painting with a doll nailed to it. I wonder how this ended up on the floor. Is there a reason?
That's...
If it's related to the incident, there's probably a reason. Let's assume that much.
This is...
Nails are driven into this painting of a young man. Oh, I know this. He's one of those edgelord protagonists everyone loves for no reason. Not really the impression I get. The window juts out and is used as a vent. It doesn't seem big enough for someone to move through. Portrait was on the ground. Door is where? Door is there. Okay. I'm not getting that one. I'm not getting that one. So I'm trying to picture like somehow like closing the door. Like pull it, but then how would the key get there? Blank canvas. Canvas placed here is completely blank. I wonder why it's blank, and why is it so messily placed with these wooden frames?
Well,
Doesn't look like an exhibition piece. Maybe it was used for some other event. Let's see. Nothing seems out of place. I don't think this will help with the case.
This is...
A painting of a man screaming with his hands clutching his face. There's something unnerving about this painting. I almost feel as if it's going to swallow me whole.
that's...
Paintings don't have that kind of power. More importantly, did you find anything? No. Nothing suspicious. Doesn't look like it's related to the case. But it was up there.
Yeah.
A blank canvas and wooden frames have been placed on a trolley. Nothing seems to have changed between then and now, at least that's how it looks to me. It appears unchanged to me as well, meaning there's probably no evidence to be found here. Alright, level 13.
That place is suspicious.
Alright, sculpture covered with cloth.
Oh,
A sculpture with a sheet placed over to keep dust off.
It appears.
Doesn't look like it's been moved for a long time. Yeah, you can tell from the dust that's gathered on the sheet too. In other words, it's completely irrelevant. And my headset just beeped, so I need to get that plugged up soon. There are baskets on top of the shelf. I'm not tall enough to see inside them though. I'll take a look for you. This is... What is it? We accomplished nothing. So you found nothing. Nail pierced painting. Let's look at the sculpture again.
oh,
There's a sculpture with a sheet over it. The position was the same before and after using
I
post-cognition.
see.
The overall shape of the sheet is also unchanged. We can assume nobody's moved it. Sculpture isn't related to the case.
There's a nail stuck in a painting. The killer must have hammered a nail into the portrait instead of a doll. Why is there such a fixation on dolls? The crime scenes so far have all been abnormal, but this one's just sick and twisted.
Yeah, there's no dolls here, right? I don't remember seeing any dolls in this room.
oh,
But
Nothing with dust inside. I guess that's been used for a while. Oh, I didn't know that, Wicked. Basically, it's unrelated to the case. Something like recent in the last... It's in the last, like, month. Alright, now we look at the door. This music really does remind me of Danganronpa, though.
There are 2 keys that open this door. Only one of them was inside the room at the time of discovery. The other one was owned by a member of the art gallery staff. That staff member always carried the extra key and used it to enter this room when the corpse was discovered.
Where was the key found inside usually kept?
It's supposed to be kept in the administrative office, but it's unknown if it was always there.
Fair.
Maybe it was lost and the culprit found it. Or perhaps the culprit secretly stole it. Either way, the culprit managed to obtain the key somehow.
One key was in the storage room. The other key was always carried by a staff member.
Who's the staff member?
If the culprit is that staff member, Then this wouldn't be a locked room mystery, right?
Why go through the trouble of making it look like a locked room murder if you'd immediately become the first suspect?
To match all the other cases so they all look the same. Because if they all look the same, it's a locked room mystery. You having the key doesn't necessarily, I mean, I can see how it was, I mean, we're going to suspect the person anyway, regardless. But if you make it match all the other ones, it stands to reason how you could rule that person out for that same reason. You just happen to have an extra key, but it's still a locked room mystery regardless.
I guess you wouldn't.
Countered!
Objection. But for obvious reasons, spilled paint.
Oh!
Spilled paint has stained the floor. If we can find out when the spill occurred, we'll know if it's related to our investigation. It's there.
I've been wondering, did the culprit knock this paint can over? If so, it could have been used for some sort of trick.
Covered
It's
blood.
unwise to make up your mind before conducting a proper investigation. It may have been like this before the murder, or it could have tipped over when the discovery was first made.
Alright.
That's fair.
You got carried away in the hopes of getting complimented. Aren't you an eager little puppy?
Be quiet.
Obviously the door. There are two keys that open this door. Only one of them was inside the room at the time of discovery. The other one was owned by a member of the art gallery staff.
I see.
So if you worked at the art gallery, you'd have been able to enter the crime scene. But then how would you know it's this room too? Oh, I guess they were checking all the rooms.
You better hurry or you'll run out of time.
There's nothing else to look at, is there?
That should be enough.
Like the full picture is slowly starting to come together. Alright, all investigations done.
That should do it for the room. Next is the window. It would be best to check outside of it. Go ahead. I'll stay here.
Outside the window? Alright.
It's fine to inspect the window, but our buddy here really insists you do everything yourself. Huh.
What are you getting paid for then? Yeah.
And my master does everything he's told, like a good little underling detective.
Halara is right. This is something I took on myself. I can't just rely on everyone else after putting on a tough front for that kid. That's why I have to do it.
Or maybe
All right, Suichi.
is just taking advantage of you. It's obvious money is that one's only motivation.
Even
Like
so,
Suichi, I'm
I
the
think
one
it's
that
the right
has
thing
to
do
prove.
as a professional detective.
Master, being overly nice for no reason is stupid. It's why you're so deep in debt.
But it was needed because without her it'd be hard to
No,
solve this.
but
Her post-cognition
What
is
are you
really
mumbling
helpful.
about? Did you check the window?
Oh, right. I'll do it right away.
Outside the window, could that have anything to do with the locked room?
But more so, this music reminds me of Danganronpa 3.
I wonder what Halara discovered.
I think Halara is just having fun pushing you around.
I
see. Let's rest.
Sealed boxes. Some cardboard boxes are stacked up. Looks like they're all sealed.
Actually,
They've been left in the rain, so I bet whatever's inside is ruined. Alright.
Here's the window.
Well, see anything strange?
No, nothing strange about it.
I see. Try entering through the window.
Seriously?
What? Between the gap? That's impossible.
Just try it.
Okay. I can't. I can't even put my arm through this gap. I can stick a finger in, but that's it.
Yeah.
I thought so. Good job. You can return now.
Huh? Are you sure? Did you figure something out?
Did you not?
No, not at all. What's that about?
Only about 5 centimeters wide. Oh no. Oh no. No! Shinigami, say something.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh. I thought someone more important.
I'm not doing anything shady.
I'll call the peacekeepers.
No.
Wait! I'm...
I feel like saying you're a peacekeeper defeats the purpose, so we'll just say a detective, even though I feel like that's also not something that you'd want to say. We're already in trouble with them anyway, so let's be honest.
I'm a detective. Well, I'm still a trainee detective.
uh-oh. You sure it's a good idea to reveal yourself like that?
I'm investigating as a detective. I've done nothing to be ashamed of.
Huh? A detective? What's that?
You don't know what a detective is?
I guess detectives aren't that big in Kanai Ward. Must be because our fuzzhead chief is lazy.
Well...
What?
We are special investigators for Amaterasu Corporation. We are currently investigating a case. Civilians must not interfere.
Huh? Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Hey, Halara, are you sure it's okay to lie like that?
I've told you before that deception is necessary to finish an investigation quickly. By the way, aren't you an employee here? There's something I'd like to ask you.
Oh, this is good.
Can you bring over the staff member who discovered the body from that murder case a month ago?
Oh, that would be me.
Oh?
Perfect. Describe the events for us.
Damn, she's bossy.
I'm scared to even remember it, but if it's part of the investigation, then I have no choice.
I'll leave the rest up to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Now, please tell us what happened on the day of the murder.
That day, I was doing my closing procedures when someone from the church appeared. He said he wanted me to help him find someone and that he knew the person was inside the art gallery. So we looked around the premises together, but didn't find anyone. According to him, there was a chance that the person he was looking for was being pursued by the Nail Man.
So just one random thought I have. So he's been trailing the person all this time. And you've always find the person, but always find the person after they're killed. But then, this has a lot of things, right? A lot of rooms. The mansion had a lot of rooms. The club did not. The clock tower did not. So you were able to find the person. You're like said that he just missed him, but you're able to nail all these dolls to the wall, on the floor, these paintings. It's really hard not to suspect him. Like almost like he told on himself. Like it's really hard not to suspect that he's the one to do it. Because if you're trailing these people, how do you have all this time to do this before they're found? It's so hard not to think it's him right now. It really is.
I couldn't help but feel terrified when I heard that.
How did you notice something was off about the storage room?
Yeah.
The lights were on, even though they were usually off, so I went to take a look. The door was locked, so I opened it with the key I had.
This voice actor for this guy sounds weird.
I was afraid to go any further. So I let the church person go first and open the door while I watched from behind.
There you go, famous.
Then
There's your
there
pussy.
was a corpse.
Did you touch the body?
Touch my
Of
body.
course not. I was too afraid and froze at the entrance.
What about the churchgoer?
Yeah.
I saw what happened at the doorway and didn't go any further.
Are you positive you didn't touch anything inside after unlocking the door?
The paint,
Yes, but
but
the churchgoer accidentally kicked a paint can over when he opened the door. And paint spilled all over the floor.
alright, so paint spilled all over the floor. So opening the door, let's just say for the sake of argument it wasn't an accident. But there was no string. I'm just trying to think of how the key could get to the doll. There has to be some trick to it. And I don't know what it is. I can't think of what it is.
So that paint was from back then.
But the question is, was the paint knocked over to cover up something? That's also something I'm thinking about.
Okay, I get the picture. Thank you. You may go now.
Like it was set up on purpose.
Oh,
Or obviously he could have knocked it over to help cover something if he did it. But I'm thinking it's something with the door was related to the key. Like
That
a
brings
trigger.
all the information together. It's time to resolve the case.
Is it?
Wait! I still have no idea what happened.
Time does not wait for you. Our deadline is approaching. You hurry back to the detective agency.
Huh? What about you?
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
And gone. What are you gonna do, Master? We've checked everything we can. All that's left is to point out the true culprit, but...
If only it were that easy. Aw, I have no clue what to do.
Oh, you know what to do.
Stop being so pathetic. Why don't we go back to the detective agency for now? We might get to see Fuzzhead get executed.
Oh, right. We need to help him. I need to hurry back before the chief gets executed.
Right, let's hurry. I want to know how they'll execute him, too.
You're terrible. So we can't take a bus to the riverbank. So I have to ask, Famous, as someone who's played through the Danganronpa games, how do you feel about this game? Goon, for someone who hasn't seen the Danganronpa game. Wicked, if you're still here, I asked you the same. Seeing Danganronpa, how do you feel about it? Goon, as someone who's probably never seen this kind of game before, I'm guessing, how do you feel?
Halara's head will really be in danger.
Well, I think we go on the ground. No, I don't want to go to the rooftop. Just here so you won't get fined. Well, I can promise you tomorrow. Or Monday. So I am going to work on Tuesday. But I will be playing 2K. Because I wanted to play 2K tonight. To be honest, since I'm not going to work. I may hop on when I wake up and stream for a bit. Get some 2K in so I don't get too far behind. I may stream 2K during the day, but then I'll take a nap, and then before work, I will play 2K and speedrun. That's my plan for Monday night. And I'll mix it in throughout the week, but also when this game is done, this game will be next, Armored Core. I'm really excited about it. I'm a big fan of Armored Core. I played the earlier ones on PS2. I had the one on PS3 as well. That's the club. I know we're going down. I really need to get used to this area, because I'm still not used to it.
Halara seems to know who the real culprit is. That's incredible.
Come on, where's your competitive spirit? You might be a trainee, but you're still a detective.
Crash to be left unsolved. Good. Okay. Oh yeah, you should do that. This is wicked. This is made by the same. The same head writer of Danganronpa wrote this game. That's why you have some similarities. He's borrowed from this and borrowed from AI the Somnium Files. And they did Anonymous Code, which is supposed to be a graphic novel similar to Steins Gate.
It's about time.
Hey, wait! You said I had 3 hours, huh? My watch says I still got 5 minutes!
You need to get your watch repaired. Oh dear. The watchmaker is currently detained as a suspect. Just throw away that piece of trash then. Besides, you're out of time anyway. Take him away.
No.
Wait! Oh, Yuma! I knew you'd save me!
And you are.
Why didn't you just hold on? Why didn't he just go in the sub and just go submerge? You know, why? Make them come get him.
I was the one investigating the Nailman murders.
Oh, I see. So, you're the one who interfered with our work at the clock tower. Well, I will honor your courage for confessing and turn a blind eye to that incident. You must drop this case. If you do, we will leave without pursuing any further action. That'd be the ideal solution for all of us. What do you say?
No.
Yuma, think carefully about this. Solving the case is good and all, but think about my well-being, please?
Dropping the case would end this peacefully, but still.
His father would be executed.
Please! Get my dad back from them! Please! You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have accepted a job, you must finish it.
I can't back down now.
I don't understand. I understand that Amaterasu has a hold on this town, but why would you not want to actually solve these cases? Why would you not want the actual truth to come out? Because technically the nail man is still out there, and they could keep committing the crime. So then it's obvious that it's still that you were wrong. Why would you not want to actually solve the case?
The Nailman killings haven't been solved yet. I will find the truth. Huh?
Oh, you've said it now. There's no pulling out of this one anymore.
Our pull-out game's weak.
Then our deal is off. He comes with us. This is for directly interfering with our work and bringing strife to Kanai Ward.
Strife?
But... Please, wait!
You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge
Listen to what I discovered while investigating the past Nailman killings.
You investigated the previous killings. We handle all the information for those cases. Now that they're closed, there's nothing left at the crime scenes. I have no time for your lies.
The Peacekeeper report didn't say anything about the cause of death.
In any of them.
All of the victims were strangled to death, weren't they? I suspect this fact hasn't been made public.
How did you know that?
So the cause of death was kept under wraps. I hope you see now. My investigation is legitimate.
Okay.
Please, let me continue. I will catch the true culprit.
I don't know where you obtained that information. However, it appears that you must be arrested as well.
Huh?
You are suspected of espionage. I believe an interrogation is in order. Take him away.
Halara.
What? Wait, please listen to me!
You almost had it, but got too carried away, rookie.
Halara.
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
That's right! Halara! Please help! Halara Nightmare!
It appears you require the aid of a great detective.
Something wrong, Seth? Oh, that guy might be dead. Rip.
Halara, you came for me!
Yeah, as I said I would.
And it has a lollipop.
You committed acts of violence against the Amaterasu Corporation peacekeepers. Not once, but twice.
Sorry! I promised to give him a stern lecture after this. Can we please keep things on the down low? Mr. Seth, are you alright?
Who do you think we are? In this town,
You are nothing but an audience.
Oh?
The resolution is premiering now. The leading role belongs not to you or me, but to Yuma.
Me? I'm the lead guy here?
I've set the stage for you to solve the case. The time has come for you to risk it all as a detective. Expose the true culprit.
What's going on?
I don't know why I was brought here. Can I go home?
So that's what you meant about setting the stage. I mean, Halara did suggest the real killer was among the people at the church. And now I have to point them out here?
Hey, Yuma, are you sure you got this? Are you really sure? There's no room to mess up here, you know?
Shinigami?
What do I do? I haven't gathered my thoughts yet. It's not like I can just ask for more time here.
Sure you can.
Yeah, I don't think so. Halara seems to know the answer already, so why don't you just pay up for it?
But that would waste all of Halara's efforts setting the stage for me.
Huh. So you want to solve this all on your own?
It's time.
If you can't ask Halara for help, why don't you try asking me instead?
You mean the mystery labyrinth?
Mm-hmm.
The Peacekeepers aren't just gonna stand by and listen to your deduction here. Things are just gonna escalate, and it might even end up with more deaths.
Yours.
Oh no.
And that's where yours truly comes in. We have the information we need from the investigation. All that's left is to solve the case with the mystery labyrinth.
But if I do that...
The killer will die.
There's always a price to pay. When I reap the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
Also perishes, huh? Almost sounds like...
Which means the real culprit will die.
You know what I'm getting at.
Huh? This killer's a total psycho who's already killed many others. Why do you care so much? Don't you want to solve this case, Master? What about your promise to that kid?
What's wrong, Yuma? If you don't hurry, the Peacekeepers will wake up.
What is this nonsense about a resolution? I don't have time for this.
I will make you listen by force if needed. That is my job as assistant.
Well, you better hurry, or things will start getting bloody around here.
Fine.
That's the spirit. Well, Master, are you mentally and physically prepared?
Hello, Shinigami.
What?
Hello.